This reading is the prologue in Chapter 1 from the book Very Young Catholics in Ireland. This book is part of the Very Young Catholics series. Each book in the series tells the story of the life of a Catholic child in a different time zone of the world. Prologue. This is the story of one busy and happy summer for 5 children in Ireland. The oldest in the family is Nell, who is 15 years old. Then comes John, who is 14. Ryan is 11, Chloe is 9, and Jake is 7. Chapter 1, Morning on the Farm. Dad, Mom, and the children live on a farm with 11 horses, 2 cats, 2 dogs, and several sheep. In the deep summer in Ireland, the nights are short and the days are long. School is on summer break, and there is plenty of time for fun and adventure. One misty summer morning, the children set out for the stable, cleaned the horse stalls, and put down fresh straw. "Look who is sleeping on top of the stalls," said Ryan, who was holding their cat Bailey. A few years earlier, when she was only a kitten, they had found her perched on their car at the end of a long day of horse racing, and she had refused to leave them. Mom and Dad had allowed the children to keep her since no one could find her owner. Perhaps Bailey chose their family because she heard them talking and thought they sounded friendly. It could be that she chose them because she liked being around their horses. She certainly loved visiting in the stable. They always found her there curled up in the hay. As she grew up, she became sure she was the most important animal on the farm, maybe the most important one in the whole town. Possibly the most important one in Ireland. Cats are very confident animals. "After we clean the equipment, I'm going to make some horse treats," said Nell. "I'll help," offered Chloe. "I can cut up the carrots." "What else do you put in them?" "Oats and black treacle," said Ned. "I'm glad I don't get horse treats when I'm hungry," said Ryan. "Treacle is so sticky and sweet, I would hate to mix it with carrots." Nell laughed. "I think it sounds awful too, but it smells good. Anyhow, that's what the horses like. After all, they can't sit up to the table and eat treacle bread." Once the stable was clean and comfortable, the next job was to ride down to the feed store in the gig and buy more grain for the horses. Their patient horse Jameson stood quietly while 5 children harnessed her to the gig. John, Ryan, and Jake hopped aboard, and the 3 boys set out along the road for town. "I think we should tell riddles about horses while we are riding along," announced Jake. "Listen to this one. What has 6 legs, 2 heads, 2 hands, and walks on 4 feet? "A horse and rider," said Ryan. "Listen to this one now. What side of a horse has the most hair?" "The outside," said John. "Now here's one. How many horses can you put in an empty paddock?" "Well, how big is the paddock?" asked Jake. "We don't know how many horses will fit in it if we don't know how big it is." "You can only fit the 1 horse into an empty paddock," said John. "After that, it isn't empty." "Oh, ha, ha, very funny," said Jake, digging him in the ribs with an elbow. "That is a truly terrible riddle. If you can't think of a better one than that, you should leave riddle telling alone." "You started it," said John. "Your riddle was so old, they were telling that riddle when St. Patrick came to Ireland." "Yours is worse," said Jake. "Your riddle was so old, they were telling it when Noah was in nursery school." "Right," said Brian. "All these riddles are so old that they used to tell them back when dinosaurs pulled their gigs." It's a fine thing to be driving along the road and laughing with your brothers on a misty morning. This was the prologue in Chapter 1 from the book Very Young Catholics in Ireland.